Hello and welcome to another episode of Jacked Up Sports. You know, March Madness just...
It is time for a great episode, folks. We're in a good mood. We're having fun out here. It's going to be about an hour segment, so buckle in, get ready for some hot takes. You know, nothing's off limit. Hardwood, ice, diamond, doesn't matter to us. We're getting into it and we're jacked up, baby.
Come on.
Yeah, there you go, Joe. We're having a good time, folks. We hope you are too. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. But before we get started, Joe, thank them sponsors.
Thank them.
Sponsors. Just want to say thank you to you guys.
But in all actuality, we do want to thank our sponsors, Muzzle Records, Angry Man Presents, Spectre Audio, and Waking Bear, you know, our new one down in Albuquerque. And, you know, we're excited. They let us do what we love to do. And, you know, we got to watch March Madness for the first time to talk about it. Like, I usually watch March Madness, you know, I have my own takes, but, you know, I never get to, like, express it. And I'm very heated about this March Madness. It was really exciting for me, especially the Final Four and the championship game, dude. They were all close. It's nuts. I'm so happy.
I thought the round of 32 was very exciting. There were some really good games in there. There was one game, I can't remember what matchup it was, but there was a team that was on fire from three during that game.
Oh, I think I remember that team.
Do you remember that game, Joe?
I think so.
I can't.
No, see, you guys are off. You're off. It was the Sweet 16, and it was Alabama against BYU. They shot lights out. BYU's season was over. It was done. Cougar season done. Go home. Bye-bye.
Well, we're bandwagons for
Absolutely,
that was a one-season
them.
thing. You know, my allegiance changes next year.
Yes.
Unless I was in the tournament. Then, you know, different story.
I mean, that's understandable. I could root for Iowa next year. They seem
Yeah,
like
you
another
like
three-point
Iowa's
shooting
team, yeah.
They
Joe
seem
likes
like a
Iowa's
fun
team.
This is messed up, man. Ain't no one was riding the Iowa State train with me.
Well, I started watching basketball with Kian really this season, and we were watching a lot of Iowa games. So
And
I kinda picked
Iowa
them
plays
up.
a
It's
fun
my
brand of
We
bandwagon.
went
basketball.
to an Iowa State game
did go to
together, Joe. We went there. You know all of the players, at
This
least
is
when I
true.
start talking about them. We talked about
But
this.
Joe
Oh my
likes
God.
the Iowa brand.
Yeah,
That's what Joe
exactly,
likes.
dude.
No defense, only shoot
No-
three-pointers,
Yep.
field 5 white guys at a time. That's the kind of brand.
You know,
You don't see it anymore.
Josh Dix entered the transfer portal, and his number one landing spot is Iowa State as of now.
That's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We have probably 6 more white guys that shoot threes really well
Also,
coming in.
Speaking of the transfer portal and everything, there's actually some controversy going on with LSU and one of Iowa State's players. Yeah, what is right? Apparently, LSU went too early and talked to him or something like that. And, like, there's a bunch of controversy going on with Joshua Jefferson and LSU. But that happened with Michigan last year. And apparently the NCAA is going to, like, kind of bail them out like they did Michigan last year.
Really?
Yeah,
Why would they
that's
do
what I've
that?
heard.
I mean, it's a new system.
SEC.
They're still figuring it out. They're still
I guess
figuring
so.
it
The
out.
transfer
It's
portal has
newer.
been here for basketball
But
for a while.
Not nearly as much as it is now with the introduction of NIL in the
Yeah.
recent years. It's a lot different atmosphere now. Because NIL, I mean, you can switch. You can have a really good year for one no-name team, and then next thing you know, you're getting offered $1 million, 1.2 mil to go play for a team. It's a
Yeah.
completely different game now.
Well, it's going to change like March Madness. There's not going to be any more Cinderella stories after, you know, all these guys show out for their small schools, and the bigger schools can see them. You know, they got way more money. They're just going to go pay them. They're going to take everyone. It's just going to be top teams, which I guess people could argue is a better way, like more pure form of basketball, because then it is the best teams going against each other. But at the same time, it does take away from those
You
underdog
like
stories.
You like the magic. You like
I
the
know,
magic. You like the
exactly.
magic.
Well, there's
That's
still
what I
going to be
think.
the small teams in there.
And-
There's no way to get around it. And that's why March Madness is amazing, because it does let small schools get in there, because the
Yeah.
big schools are going to have a worse off record if they're playing against each other in the regular season.
It's just those small
but-
teams are going to be one-off teams.
Oh,
like
no,
every year.
absolutely.
I mean, you have some new things happening that's very recent, a little bit last year, and I think we're going to see it a lot more this upcoming year, or I guess this year and next year, is overseas players who are playing for professional teams coming and playing for college teams now. Creighton just signed a 7'1" Serbian center to come play
Jesus.
for them.
That's
So
awesome.
because the contracts are getting comparable to what they
Oh.
are overseas now,
That makes
overseas players
sense.
are coming to play college basketball now. It's a very interesting thing that's going on, and it's very recent with the introduction of NIL. And I'm curious to see how that plays out because those international talents are no joke.
Yeah.
Those guys are 14 years old playing against grown men. It's crazy to see. So it's going to be a very interesting thing because that's what Luka did.
Yeah,
But
so
he
that
didn't-
brings the question then, because like Luca, like you said, was like 14 playing against those guys. Giannis was like 14 playing against those guys. How young can they come over and play here? Like, do we have an age limit for college?
I think 17 is probably about the youngest you can get.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know
you-
what the actual standard is because
Yeah.
I know gifted kids can get into college early, so I'm not sure what the exact requirements are to play NCAA basketball.
And then what is like the GPA requirements? Are like these kids gonna be okay? Because like, what if they don't speak good English or don't really understand too much in the beginning?
I don't know.
Like they have to pass their classes in college
A
still.
lot of countries speak English as a second.
Yeah, but passing college level courses.
I mean, you've been to college level courses. Your freshman courses, you can get by knowing 3 words of English in most of those. A stress management class? Come on, let's be serious. here.
Hey, that
and
was
they're
a-
on a sports team? Come on, they're
Stress-
getting bailed out. They're getting bailed out. Let's be realistic here. Preferential treatment does exist, especially at small schools. It happens, and at the big ones too.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be the big schools.
Well, even some of the small schools, if you bring in a really good player from overseas, they're gonna be nice. The athletic director and the chairman of the school or the dean, whatever they're called, is gonna come up and be like, "Hey, this guy is 7'3", straight from Siberia, does not speak a word of English, but god damn it, he's gonna lead us to the Final Four. If he doesn't get all A's, you're fired." You're telling me you can't see that happening? That's 100% gonna happen.
Where's the integrity? Where's the integrity of college?
You think
institutions?
Alabama
everyone has
Jones.
Alabama Jones integrity? No.
We talked about Alabama Jones. He ran that organization with integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Always have.
Yeah,
by
just
the way,
like-
there is no age minimum for NCAA basketball. It seems.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's no minimum. There's academic eligibility, obviously.
What is that? What is the GPA requirement for academic eligibility?
I don't.
Like,
have
I
an
feel like
exact
it's got to
number
be
for
low. I feel like it has to be low,
Probably
like a
pretty low.
2.0.
It's probably pretty low, but
that. You need a high school with a core course GPA of at least 2.3.
Okay.
Pass
that was
16
close.
core courses and receive financial or a final amateurism certification. So, yeah, that's for D1 eligibility.
Yeah, that's yeah.
yeah, I mean, these kids are going to come in from 1 year from overseas. They're going to play a year of college basketball, get drafted, and never think about it again.
Well, look at the difference in like the G League versus
NIL
like
money.
an NIL deal. Yeah, I mean that's what 40,000 on average. It says there.
Yeah, but not every NIL player is making
No.
more than that.
Well,
But
true, but it's
it's-
comparable.
but-
It's going to
yeah,
keep
absolutely.
increasing is the thing because the NIL comes from sponsors and it comes from, people putting money into the program. But, I mean, take Iowa, for example. They just got their NIL going, and they sell vodka to meet NIL requirements. So schools are going to get creative.
Well,
They're
and
going to find a way to bring it in.
There is also an app. I forget what's that app called, Joe. We were talking about this during
yeah,
football.
I don't remember it.
There's
but
an
it was a
app
cool
where anybody, me, you, your mom, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your grandparents can pay whatever they want, $1, $2, $3, to a specific player, to a specific college. And if they go, your money is taken. If they don't, your money goes back to you. So you can, if let's say an entire school, you go out, the dean goes out in front of all the students in a big school like ASU, who is one of the biggest public schools in the country, if not the biggest, goes out and says, hey, we need everyone to pay $1 to get this kid. And then he's going to get like over $100,000
I mean, I'd
from
rather
just
than-
$1 a kid. And then you get a couple paying like 100, and that covers 100 kids. That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I
That'd be
mean,
cool.
it's
Put
a,
in my athletic fee.
Yeah.
So, like, seriously.
it's
Like, hey, you guys can get student tickets for the rest of the year for $10, and then just give it to that guy.
Could be.
That'd be
It's-
sick.
It's interesting. People are gonna get creative to bring them in, and whenever we talk about overseas players, it's not just like any random 17-year-old that's playing for a lower level team. These kids are good, and they're gonna come in and they're gonna get good money. Is the thing to come over because they already can get contracts overseas, and then they can play there and come straight to the NBA through the draft. But some of them are gonna want to come play college basketball because the money's better if they're good.
If that does happen, that actually does open up the doors in overseas sports as well, because some of those star guys are leaving, so it gives more opportunities for other guys to come up that might not have.
Yeah, and it's going to be a good product. College basketball is going to be a good product for years to come, and then they're going to go to the shitty product that the NBA is.
Yeah.
Where no defense is played, and there's 900 free throws a game.
I don't see that happening.
I
Not in
don't see
college.
anything interesting
No,
happening like
I'm
that.
saying college is
Yeah.
going to be the only good basketball
Oh, yeah.
product left.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The
That's-
NBA has the finals. That's it.
It's gone down since Michael Jordan left.
It's only. I mean,
gone
you had
downhill since
you
then.
had good years with the
With
Spurs,
Shaq and Kobe.
with the Spurs, with Shaq and Kobe.
The
The
Mavs.
We Believe Warriors, Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavs. You had good teams when the NBA was in a good space. It's
The big
just
three from
not,
the
It's
Celtics.
not in a great spot right now. It's just not.
I was a big fan of Paul Pierce. I don't know why. The truth just always had a special place in my heart. I love Paul Pierce.
Did
I
you
don't
like
know why.
him when he subbed himself out of a game to go to the bathroom?
Yeah,
in a
because
wheelchair?
he was gonna shit himself. He was gonna shit himself, so he faked an injury, carted out.
nature calls, man. Nature calls. It just happens.
He's the truth, bruh.
That's fair.
I loved that guy. I don't know why. I
Yeah.
just always did.
Paul Pierce, great guy. Oh, maybe not
Let's
great
see.
guy. But
Let's see. But Thunder are winning the finals this year.
Yeah.
well, they're like the best team there is, aren't they?
In my opinion, yeah, 100%. They have the best
Mhm.
record.
Yeah.
It's just, they don't
They're
get much
young.
love from the fans, which makes a big difference in the NBA.
It does. Shea gets calls. I'm not gonna lie. He gets preferential treatment because he's an MVP candidate.
Shea gets a lot of fouls called for him, but that's just because he's aggressive also.
He's also very good at putting himself in a position to get fouled,
Yeah.
which people underestimate. I mean, yes, you shoot 20 free throws a game, but if you deserve, 15, 16 of those free throws, there's nothing you can do about it.
Hey,
He's-
man.
90% from the free throw line.
How many has he shot this season?
You don't want to
How
know
many
the
free
answer to
throws
that.
has he shot?
Yeah.
You don't wanna know the
let's
answer.
see, it says FTA's free throws attempted, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
8.8 a game.
8 a
So-
game? Over 82?
Yeah, almost 9 a game.
Yeah, he shoots a lot of free
Yeah.
throws.
You know what? I can't say nothing. That was how I scored my points in high school.
Like
I was a free throw merchant.
you put yourself in a position to get fouled. What do? Nothing. Can't do anything. And he's really good at putting himself in that position because he is a damn good basketball player, and they don't play defense in the NBA.
No.
They just don't.
NCAA, they do. The first half of the Florida-Houston finals actually was just all defense, and it was a lot of bad shots and a lot of turnovers in the first half. It was pretty hard to watch in the first. In the second, it got pretty heated up. Not enough to go over 130 though.
What was the stat? Didn't it take over 10 minutes for a three-point shot
No one
to be
made a three in the first 10 minutes
Yeah.
of the game.
And then Florida made it, and
Yeah.
the guy made
BYU
what,
would've
3 in a
killed
row?
both
Yeah,
of
the
these
guy went 3 in a
teams.
row. Richard.
BYU would have killed both of these teams. They would have absolutely murdered them.
BYU would have been a shooting fest, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it would have been actually kind of exciting to see, I think.
I know. They would have been letting it
would've-
fly.
That would have got me up. That would have got me going.
If Bama didn't have the best freaking game in NCAA history, tournament history, on a random fucking Tuesday.
It's too bad. It's too bad that there were so many missed shots. I mean, I really thought Florida was great team coming into this. I mean, they've been playing super well this year, haven't they? I mean, what was it? Just really missed shots, or
Yeah.
are we thinking it was more about kind of the style they were playing, how they weren't matching up?
Houston is a defensive team.
Oh, yeah.
They are. They are a really good defensive team. And Florida is also a very good defensive team.
Florida is also very turnover prone. You saw that in both the Final Four game and this game. They just liked to turn the ball over. They had 13 in this game, and I'm actually surprised they ended with 13 because they had 13 with like 8 minutes left or 6 minutes left in the second quarter. But
Yeah,
it was
bad.
Oh, wow. Houston, it was 13-4 was the turnover differential. So they had a 5 turnover swing at the end of the game. That makes a huge difference. That's how they won the game right there.
And Walter Clayton finally made a shot.
Yeah. He did not play well. He just
3
did
for
not
10?
play well.
He
3
came
for
up
10.
when they needed it, though.
2 and 1s
he
and
really
a 3.
did. He came up when they needed it big to get back in that game.
He
And
seems
he
like
had the
a-
game-winning defensive
Yeah.
block, whatever you want to call it, the disruption.
That last
Yeah,
second
the last
thing.
Yeah, that
second
was
thing
good.
where he jumped up. and-
Okay. I just want to point this out, all right?
I said it
I want to
too.
point
Let's
this
hear
out,
it.
all right? Screw you, Houston, for one, because I had over 130 points. How do you not score collectively 130 points in a championship game? For one. For two, I need to get this out there. That
Who?
coach needs to be fired. What are we
Whoever-
doing? You
Whoever
guys
drew
were
up that
shooting.
play.
That was the word. Like, there was no cohesion on that play. There was nothing. It didn't look like a plan was even made. They called a timeout, and then they just ran around like a bunch of middle school girls calling for the ball. The lane was wide open. There was nobody there. Why just go take your two? You led for 18 minutes. You don't think you can win in overtime? Just go get your two, take it to OT, and then go prove you're a better team. Why are you trying to take a 40-foot three-pointer?
Even if they wanted to go for the 3, he turned.
They didn't even get an attempt up.
Yeah, he turned blindly and jumped. If he would have
Like-
turned, squared up, did a pump fake, Walter Clayton was 20 feet in the freaking air flying for that ball as soon as he saw the pass out there. You give a pump fake, take one step to the left, you have a wide open 3 too. Like what? That's just one. Whoever drew that play up is an idiot, and 2, Sharp is an idiot for just coming off the screen and just going for it, not even facing the basket. He was going for a quick shot. They still had enough time on the clock because he dropped the ball and they were still scrambling around on the ground
There's like
for it.
6 seconds on the clock.
Turn,
Like,
face the basket, make
everyone
a
on-
basketball play.
Everyone on Florida's team came up. There was a guy in the corner, I'm not sure who it was. You cut baseline there? You are standing under the hoop with nobody within 5 feet of you. A quick little lob. You tie the game up, it goes to OT, and then you have a chance to prove you're a better team rather than chucking up a 35-foot 3 for no reason when you're not open. You could see that play was completely devolved. I don't know what they're trying to get. Maybe it was a breakdown. Maybe Florida was just playing phenomenal defense, which they were. But you have a national championship on the line, and you're going to run 4 different flare screens to try and get a three-pointer? Go get your 2. You were leading for 18 minutes, 19 minutes. Go tie the game up and win in overtime.
I kind of understand a little bit what Houston was thinking, just a little bit. But at the end of the game, you can't assume that they're going to switch on a screen like that, because Walter Clayton did for a split second, sit back and like he was going to switch off and then just flew for the ball. But that was just bad. Like you said, that's just
Like,
bad coaching. Whoever
you
drew
know-
that up should be fired.
You know they're playing black defense, which, if you don't know, black defense is a term in basketball, which means don't let them shoot a three-pointer. That is the only thing that Florida coach probably said was do not let them get a three-pointer off. You can take a 2, you can go to OT, take your chances. They get a three-pointer up, there's nothing you can do at that point. If it goes in, you're done. So you know they were playing some sort of variation of black defense, and their whole goal during that one possession was do not get a three-pointer up. And if you're Houston's coach, you have to know that's what they're going to do. So if you're going to do it, run an elevator screen with a flare, do something to allow one player to get one shot opportunity. Not 9 different flare screens where you line up 4 people within 5 feet. One guy could have guarded all of those Houston players by himself.
Yeah.
Easily. They were all within 5 feet of each other. It looked like middle school girls basketball. It really did. That was the worst attempt I've ever seen at a game winner in a national championship game. It doesn't get much worse than that. Maybe in any game.
Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing. I didn't think the entire game was that good, honestly. I was losing interest there pretty early. I mean, that was partially, I guess, because of the low score, but just I don't even know if it was low score, because if it was all defense, I'd understand that. It just seemed like bad basketball, but that's just my opinion.
There was times where it was just bad basketball, but then there was the little stretches where it was really good basketball, it was really fun, and then there was some stretches where it was just really bad basketball on one given side. You know, we always talk about basketball as a game of runs, and it just all comes down to when the team has a better run, and apparently Houston had a pretty shit run there at the end.
Like,
especially because he could have at least went into the contact. There would have been 3 fouls. Like, Walter Clayton kind of got bailed out because he blindly jumped for it. You go up through contact, Shea would go up through contact, 3 free throws right there.
Like, you just, in a situation like that, and when is the next time Houston's going to be in a championship game?
This was the first time they were.
Exactly. Another 20, 25 years, and you're putting your season, your school's history on the line with that? That's the best you've got?
They didn't even let RJ or Cryer have the ball at all in their final moments of the game. I feel like he should have been. Should have been with him with his hands on the ball, and then Sharp out in the corner.
Or you flare everyone out, you get a pick and roll, and you take your chances. Let him shoot one of his floaters or one of his mid-range pull-ups. You let your best player make a shot there. That's what you do. You let your best player take the game-winning shot. That's what you almost always do. I understand.
And Sharp had only 8 points that game. He was 1 for 7 from 3. Yeah, I get it. LJ Cryer was 4 for 11, but dude, come on.
Like, that was just bad. I've never seen such a worse play call. Because that coach was obviously thinking, we're not going to OT. We're going to shoot a 3 and we're going to make it. And that's all great and dandy. And you can get your players fired up over that mindset, but 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work out like that. This isn't Miracle on Ice. You're not in a Disney movie special here, buddy. It just doesn't go down like that.
What I think Houston should have ran on that final play was LJ Cryer have the ball, have Roberts set a screen, roll to the hoop. LJ Cryer has his little floater opportunity to whichever side you prefer, and then you put Sharp in the corner. So if they play down on you for LJ off the screen, then you kick out to Sharp. Or if they have the screen get on Cryer, then you have Roberts on the roll to the basket. I feel like that's your 3 best players in all their 3 best positions, respectfully. You run it like that. Yeah, I don't know. That was just bad basketball, man. That was just bad basketball at the end.
If you're going to go for a 3, you set up for one player to take one shot. You don't even think about the variables at that point. You set up one player to take one shot. If you need to set him 3 or 4 screens, you set him 3 or 4 screens.
That's fine if you only have like 8 seconds left. They had 20 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
They had a whole play clock to draw up a whole play, get multiple looks.
You could have ran it twice. There's so many different things you could have done. And if you watch that last play over, the Houston players didn't even look like they knew what they were doing. Everyone just went towards the ball, which created a massive gaggle, which, if you've ever played basketball, if you have all of your opponents lined up next to each other, it's very easy to defend, because instead of making a switch or making a stick, you just push the guy next to you 2 feet to the right or 2 feet to the left, and look, everyone's guarded.
Yeah.
That was bad. And I'm happy. I wanted Florida to win, so I was happy, but I would at least want to see a shot get up at the end there. I want to see an opportunity for someone to make a miracle play like that, especially a program like Houston that's never won before, as opposed to a Florida. But nope, you don't even get a shot up. Like, come on, you used all your magic against Duke. You couldn't possibly expect it to happen twice. Lightning strikes once.
Well, they basically blew it like Duke did.
Like Duke? Yeah.
They were leading up until the end.
They're leading the whole. They led for like 19 minutes of that game.
That Duke game was crazy.
That
we-
Duke game was,
That game
I don't
was
like
nuts.
that.
Can we
I don't
pull
wanna
up the
talk
win
about that
chart?
game.
You know what I'm talking
The
about?
win
Where it says the
chart?
win probability.
Yeah, the win probability. This
Oh.
game.
Yeah, for this game, it should. If you scroll down, it should be there, or maybe it's in the game cast.
It's gonna be in the game cast, I think.
Yeah, I think it will be too. But
Yeah,
yeah,
there it is.
you can see pretty much that whole way Houston is on top, and then just
Yeah. There's just a little bit
exactly.
at the end. When was the first time Florida got probability to win? It's a little bit to the left.
A little bit there. To the left, Joe. Oh, he's zooming in. Enhance. Let's see here.
With 2 minutes left.
50.5% with 2 minutes left.
And then it went straight back
Straight back.
to Houston
Yeah.
until the final, what, 26 seconds?
And then just
52 seconds?
straight up.
Nope, 26. Somewhere in there. Between 52 and 26 seconds.
Like you're leading the whole game.
Yeah,
Not just like
Okay.
parts of the game. It's going back and forth. You're leading the whole game.
how about we go to the Duke game? Duke-Houston game.
Oh, that one's funny too if you look at it.
I hate this game. This game really made me sad.
So if you go here and you look at this one, just that one's pretty funny too.
That one makes me super sad. I went out to Vegas and I got a bet on the player prompts. I had a nasty parlay cooked up on this game and everything was perfect besides I needed Duke to win. Just Duke to win. And then they let up 7 points in 15 seconds at the end of the game. It just blew it. I don't even know how they blew it. They had a 96% chance.
Well, if you go even closer,
Yeah, if you
to
go
that,
even closer,
yeah.
they had a 92% chance with like
There's-
30 seconds left.
Jeez.
They had a 93% chance with 40.
47 seconds left. They're
keep
up
going.
6.
Yeah, 92% chance with 52 seconds left.
Like just, I don't know, massive breakdowns from
Crazy.
Duke, and then a massive breakdown from Houston. Just,
Hey, that's exactly what happened to Ole Miss. That's exactly what happened to Alabama.
yeah, it just you only get magic once. It seems like at least in this tournament.
Unless you're consistent.
Florida was
Florida was just lucky. Florida, I'm not gonna lie. If you look
Florida-
at the majority of Florida's games, they have the win probability right at the end as well.
But, I mean, being able to close out close games is a trait
Yeah.
that is necessary for the tournament. But if you watched the Auburn-Florida game,
Oh, I love
the
that.
refs were trying to hand
Oh.
that win to Auburn.
Oh my god.
It was ridiculous.
bad.
It was
Second half really-
ridiculous.
Yeah, the second half was really bad.
Oh
for
my
it.
God.
I was losing it with you.
It was
watching
just
that
as bad as
game.
the Michigan game.
It was bad.
It was
yeah.
horrible. Like,
It seemed very intentional, like
Yeah.
over the top almost. And then they were calling things like against Florida that that Auburn immediately does on the other side with like traveling, sliding travels across the court. Call it against Florida, but then don't call it immediately again against Auburn. They took away a ball. They call it a shooting clock violation or something like that when Florida was getting a turnover and had a fast break open to the net.
Yeah.
Stopped the play. Ended up having to, check it in from outside. So I don't know. It was just a couple things I saw. I don't know what those mean.
it was
but
very coincidental that they
Yeah.
allowed Michigan to get absolutely hosed by calling 5 fouls in one possession for Auburn, basically handing them a comeback, and then the same thing happens against Florida. But luckily, Walter Clayton
Is that guy.
was built like that
He was
and
built
was
like
able
that.
to overcome that because he had a hell of a game.
He
here.
did. He had like 34 points, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he did.
11 for 18 from the field, 5 for 8 from 3. Yeah, it was good to see Florida win because they deserved it. Auburn was just acting like the Chiefs of this tournament for me. It was really
It wasn't a
bad.
huge
I
fan.
don't like the Auburn team. I haven't since the beginning of the season. Broom also reminds me of Drake, and I'm not a huge fan
I
of
just
Drake.
don't like him. Yeah. I
He
just don't,
looks
I'm
like a
just not a fan of him.
Girl. I don't know. I don't like
I
that
don't know about
pineapple
that.
head guy.
Chad Baker Manzara. I
Yeah.
hate that guy.
Hair looks like
I
pineapple.
hate that guy.
But I mean, we don't know these people personally, obviously.
No.
So you only see what you see.
I
on the
don't
court.
actually hate you,
like
but
some.
I just don't like
Some
you.
people are dicks on the court.
We hate your game.
Yeah.
Like some people are like PJ Haggerty.
Yeah.
Oh,
That guy I could say I hate with some chest.
basketball
I could
player
say I
know
hate that
is
guy with
PJ
some chest.
Haggerty. Yeah, he's the only college basketball player I know off the top of my head, and I do not like that guy one bit. One bit.
Oh, that's funny.
It's great. But no, it was a fun tournament. March Madness is always a good time. I don't think it's ever been a bad time to watch a 64-team single elimination tournament. You had some fun stories there, but all number 1 seeds. That's been a while since that's
Yeah.
happened.
2008, I think, was the last time
Yeah,
Yep.
it was, and Kansas ended up winning that year.
We looked that up last time.
it's been a bit since that happened, and it's probably gonna happen again next year.
Well, you're definitely going to see, like we were talking about earlier, these bigger schools getting some more bigger prospects and a lot more NIL money getting thrown around, especially because like the SEC won over 70 million in
Yeah.
money from just the March Madness, just their teams alone playing, not the money they made from sponsorships, the money they made from the games being played itself. They made a lot of money. So when a team wins, you get like a unit per se for your conference. And every conference except for the ACC divides it evenly amongst every school. The ACC gives more to the teams that do better. But so the SEC had 14 of their 16 teams make it into the March Madness and then played in 35 games. The
35.
SEC played in 35 total games. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy, right?
The
there.
record before that was like 28 games. And it just got smashed by 7.
They got that
Which-
money, Sam South now.
Yeah,
They got that money
in
down there.
the Southeastern
Look,
Conference.
They got
Betcha.
nothing else to do out there other than watch sports, you know? I mean,
Hey,
I
that's
kind of like it. I wish ASU was like that. I wish we had enough money to be up there with SEC numbers. We get so many more people here. That'd be so much more exciting. We build such a good culture around your school. I feel like, yeah, I mean, athletics are the big thing. That's the big draw for universities is your athletics. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, like, yeah, academics is great. Obviously, this is coming from a kid who went to ASU.
Boo, academics.
Academics, yeah, those are great. You know, there's a lot of schools, but those are in the Northeast. Those are the Ivy League schools. We know what those ones are for.
Yeah.
All these other schools, man, we got to focus on athletics. That's how you bring people in.
That's how you
I
make that
mean,
money.
Unless you want to be the
Exactly.
#1 school of innovation, okay,
Hey,
Joe?
You know, what is it, 11 years running now? Hey,
Yeah.
great record to have there.
Yeah,
great
and they
record.
made
You
the
should be
record
proud
11
of that,
years ago.
too. You
I am
went to
proud of that. I
ASU
did
too.
graduate there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. So, I don't know. When you're looking at how you want to make money, how you want to
Kian
bring
went there for a
people
little
in,
bit.
I'm a
your
dropout.
athletic, yeah. But your athletics are the way you're going to bring in that money. That's the best way you're going to get people to go to your school. So, I mean, if we had more money like those SEC teams, obviously we bring in better players, which gets more people to the school, which then gets more people to the game, makes it a more lively atmosphere. That's how you start building the culture around. And I think, like Kenny Dillingham's doing it with football. I think he's doing a good job of that. It's obviously in the starting phases of that because, it's what, his going on third year now. It takes a minute to instill that culture, but I think he's already done a good job of that. He's always out in the community. He's interacting with all sorts of athletics. I mean, he's going to D-backs games, he's going to Suns games, Cardinals games, all sorts of things, making sure that the community is involved in ASU football and ASU football is involved in the community. I think that's a good way to turn your university around a little bit and start getting up your numbers. That's how we can be put on top. Sorry for my little rant right there.
If you didn't want to go to ASU for football now, you do now. So
Yeah, you do. Yes, sir. Forks up, baby. Go Devils.
I still think you go to Iowa, best defense in the nation, and now we have a quarterback. I don't know if anyone noticed, but Iowa signed a quarterback that can actually throw a pass, and you guys better look out.
He is dang
They
straight.
signed a quarterback that can throw.
Oh
I
my
know.
God, no, he's good, and
Yeah.
I'm so sad that Iowa's gonna ruin him. It's like the
Because-
Chicago Bears.
Because, right, if
What's his
Iowa
name?
gets an offense, we will be unstoppable. We held Ohio State to 7 points in the first half last year. But the only problem is we put up 3 and then didn't really score the rest of the game. He's a transfer from South Dakota State University, and that man is a dog. Yeah. He is,
Ranowski?
he's going to be good.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
going to be
you gotta
really
turn
good.
that audio off.
He's
Jeez.
going to be very good. I saw him throw a perfect end zone hitch route.
Watching a 35-minute video about
Okay,
it.
yeah, sure. Let's do it. This is somebody else's podcast.
No, dude, I wanted to see clips.
There's clips on Twitter and stuff like that. I mean, that 49-second one might have some of it. But he throws a nice tight spiral. Yeah, number 9 right there. He looked good during some of the throwing drills that Iowa put up today.
Yeah, he was looking good,
And
which is sad to say because
we get an
I was just
offense.
gonna mess him up.
Woo,
Poor
we get an
guy.
offense. We get an offense. You guys better look out. Iowa football might be going to the college football playoffs next year.
Yeah, you keep dreaming, buddy. Keep
Yeah.
dreaming, buddy.
Willing to put your money where your mouth is on that one?
Oh, don't worry. DraftKings will take my money.
You guys are still gonna lose to Iowa State next year. It's just gonna happen.
Actually I think that is gonna happen, unfortunately.
Let's go, baby.
How many
Let's
games?
go, baby.
What's the record in the past couple years?
We won 2 of the last 3.
What's the record? Can you look up the overall Iowa State
no,
record?
don't look it up,
Can you
Joe.
look that up, Joe?
You don't have
Can
to
you
look
put
it
this
up.
on the screen,
You
actually?
don't need to look this up.
Iowa versus Iowa State football record? Yeah, just look that up real quick.
You guys went like 8 years in a row beating
Can we
us.
just
We
look
don't
that
need to
up?
talk about it. It's not
48
that
to
bad.
30. 48. That's 50 to
not that
30
bad,
basically,
Bob.
right? But look at like the
not
last 10 years, right? We could look at like the last 10 maybe, something like that.
Well, we won 3 of the last 4. I know that.
47 losses to 24 wins is what your official website says.
Yep.
So,
5-game losing streak is the longest. Or 15-game losing streak, actually.
yeah.
We had a 5-game win streak.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But that was in the 80s, bro. That's when you guys were good at football.
We are still good at football.
No, you're not. You're marginal. You're
Look
right
at
in the
that.
middle.
Look at that streak right there from 2015 to 2021. Look at that right there.
Told you it was like
What is
8
that?
years in a row.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 wins in a row.
Yeah, but also the one in 2019 was horse shit. The one in 2017 was horse shit too.
All I see are L's and W's, man. And I see a 24 to 48 record.
You could actually say the one in 2014 was horse shit for you guys because that one we got kind of lucky. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You guys got lucky this year.
No, we were skilled this year.
You put up a last-second field goal from a freshman kicker, and he made it.
Yeah, dude.
After
we won
missing
for
every
3
other
seconds.
field goals, I'm pretty
No,
sure.
he made one right before that too.
Okay.
He made one right before that too.
But
That's honestly that's
Iowa
your guys' fault because
got a quarterback.
you guys went for 2 when you were up 20 or 19 to like 7. You guys went for 2 instead of going for 1, and then that gave us the opportunity to win with a field goal.
I mean, none of it matters because I was going to have an offense this year, and that is what the league has been scared of.
See, we won the last 2 or 3. We're gonna put up our streak.
Okay. What, your streak of 1? Your streak of 2 if you
2
win this
now,
year? Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, sure. That's fine. That's all right. Because, I mean, we have doubled
just-
you in wins,
Yeah, that's fine.
and, I mean, we have an offense now.
Since
Because you know we're going to have good tight ends. Wide receivers might be mad, but you get a quarterback that can throw to our tight ends, we'll be good.
yeah.
We'll be good. They only need to get 4 yards pretty much because our running backs will pick up 6.
Did you guys see? Sorry, like, it's
for it.
only a slight change of topic. UConn won their 12th national title.
Yeah,
in
we were
women's basketball.
we were
we're
talking about that.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, they did. They're bringing it back.
82-59 against South
You
Carolina.
know what the sad thing is? Paige Beckers is like their best player,
Bukers.
right? Bakers?
Bukers. Paige
Bukers?
Bukers.
I thought it was
Bukers?
Beckers.
Like
I think it's
Bob
Bukers.
Uecker?
I'm pretty sure it's Beckers.
Let's
Like
look
Bob
up a
Uecker?
pronunciation guide here.
I'm pretty sure it's Paige
I'm
Beckers.
pretty
Let
sure
me
it's
just
Paige
look up.
Bukers. Let's look up Paige Bukers. Or UConn's team. South.
What?
Oh, you're just looking up the
game.
Oh,
She
Oh,
was
look at
like their
those little-
third leading scorer.
she's pretty good.
Yeah, but she was their third leading
I
scorer.
know,
That means
they
their
have
team
a
was
really good
so
team.
good.
I know UConn brings in talent. That's
Yeah.
what they've done for the past 15 years.
Well, that's what they're known for, you know,
Yeah.
is basketball,
Yeah.
men's and women's.
Damn, they shot 46% from three that game. Ezzy Fudd,
Shot 60%.
60%.
I'm
from
pretty
three.
sure she's like 40% on the year, like
She-
43% on the year.
She's a dog. I saw her parents were wearing a shirt that said "Fudd around and find out." I thought that was pretty funny. I like that
It's a
one.
good one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Put
Yeah.
around and find out.
I like
a little
that
bit of
one. It's
laugh
funny.
track for that one. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty
Yeah.
good.
If my last name was Fudd, I'd probably have that same T-shirt. But she's a dog. The UConn women's basketball team is good. They will probably continue to be good.
Oh.
Ain't no Caitlin Clark's on that team, but
43.6% from three this year.
Pretty good, right?
That's really
yeah.
freaking good. That's really freaking good, dude. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Is she,
No,
like, is she one of the top recruits or something coming out? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Probably.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
I
thought you
couldn't
guys
tell
knew
you,
more than
man.
I did. I
Couldn't
thought you guys knew more
tell
than
ya.
I did.
I
I follow-
occasionally
when
you guys
glance
talk
at
about
women's
Caitlin
basketball.
Clark and this Angel Reese person all the
Caitlin
time.
Clark is out of college basketball, so now I focus on the WNBA. 'Cause she
Fair
is
enough,
the
I
best
guess.
women's
We
basketball
actually
player.
saw a guy with a
actually
Caitlin
saw.
Clark jersey on today, standing
Yep.
outside. It was a very, very large Caitlin Clark jersey. I didn't think they made him
Yeah.
that big.
Caitlin Clark is a dog.
Yeah.
She would beat PJ Haggerty in a one-on-one.
I would love to see that. I'd probably put money on that.
She'd sure as shit beat him in a three-point
That
competition.
middle school girls basketball team that you were talking about earlier probably
Would
could be
beat
PJ Haggerty in basketball game.
So true. That's so true.
Poor guy.
PJ Haggerty, man. This is just the PJ Haggerty hate channel now, I guess.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Sorry.
It's
Sorry,
like the
boss,
one
man.
the one person that's gonna find it.
He's probably,
He'd be like,
he's
"What the
probably,
hell,
He's gonna be
man?"
like,
Yeah.
what I do?
he's probably a good guy too, you know?
He probably
I
is.
mean, yeah.
He
Plays
just
for
doesn't know how to
Memphis,
shoot a
yeah.
basketball.
He has the worst
God
shooting form I've
almighty.
ever seen. Can you look up PJ Haggerty's shooting
Well,
form?
let's see.
Because this is the
Oh,
worst shooting
it can't-
form I've ever seen.
It's not worse than like LaMelo's.
It's for LaMelo's shooting form is not bad at all.
LaMelo's,
LaMelo's is not bad at all.
and when he was in college, yes, it was.
I think you're thinking of Lonzo.
Lonzo's was bad, but LaMelo's was worse. LaMelo shot two-handed in college
LaMelo didn't play college basketball.
or overseas.
His shooting form is fine. PJ Haggerty's bad. Look at this shooting form. Look at this. Wait, I gotta see at least one here.
Yeah, we'll see here. This is his highlights against UNT. And
See, that's good. See, that's good. That's a good basketball play.
That's what he should have
That's
done
body
against Colorado
control.
State.
Yep. Slow your body up, draw the contact, get the N1. That's a good basketball play right there. But if you watch him versus, I wish I could just watch the final 3 minutes of the Colorado State game because that was really funny.
it's an odd looking
Just wait.
shot.
Wait, you need
Floater
to see
right
his
there.
3-point shooting form. That's
Yeah,
what
I
you
don't
need
know
to
why
see.
it's not
I
showing
think if
any
you
yet.
go to the beginning of the video, wait, maybe right here.
Oh, he's definitely gonna shoot that. Or not. Don't hit the player,
Interesting
hit the
form.
game.
Watch him shoot a three. He shoots it like an alligator.
That wasn't bad.
That wasn't bad, but you got to see the three. It looks like he
I guess
just
these are his
doesn't know how to get enough
highlights,
power
not his
on it.
lowlights.
That's pretty good three
So
too.
you had
That
to
was
have
good
seen it.
shooting form
Well,
too.
these
I
are his
did see it. I
highlights,
know
not
exactly
his
what you're talking
lowlights.
about, but I
Like-
don't think it's as bad.
It was bad during that Colorado State game. It looked pretty bad. against Colorado State. Yeah, look at that. Just, yeah, see that. See if we can see a little video here of PJ Haggerty just chucking up the rock. 'Cause it was pretty
dude.
funny. Just go to like the last 2 minutes. That'll probably be what it is.
I don't think they're gonna show the low lights.
I know, I wish they would though.
They should have looked up.
Where's the
low
PJ Haggerty hate channel?
We're in. I,
I know,
guess.
that's it. We're the only ones that talk this much shit about PJ Haggerty.
It's too bad.
I know, the poor guy. I like Colorado State. They're decent.
Colorado State had a fun little run there.
You wouldn't bet Colorado State for the tournament. I wanted to do it. Both you guys said Memphis.
I like Memphis. One of
I
the
thought
guys,
Memphis was 100% beating
Oh.
Colorado State.
number 13 that plays for Colorado State, just showed him. I guarded him in high school.
Did he score on you?
He averaged like 40 points a game in high school, so yeah.
So he
a
scored
couple
40
times.
on you?
No. We beat him my senior year, I think. They were a 4A school and we were a 2A though.
Where'd he go?
Norwalk.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. Anyways, I think it's time for Joe to thank the sponsors.
Yeah.
Oh, sponsors. Thank you guys.
You know their names. I don't know why we do that. You know them.
You know him.
I know MMZ Radio. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you. Waking Bear Coffee out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Love you, fellas. We can find us on all sorts of podcast streaming devices.
Huge shout out to
Yeah.
Spectre Audio and Flagstaff, Muzzle
Yep.
Records, and Angry Man
Man
Presents. Thank you guys. Huge shout out to you guys. All you guys listening, go check them out. Go see what they're about. Google it, Bing it, Firefox it, whatever tickles your fancy. So show them some love from the Jacked Up crew.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
Oh, man.
Come
We're leaving
on. What are we doing here?
Habits are hard to break.
Jesus.
Habits are hard to break. It takes a bit.
Crazy.
Sometimes
But if you
get in
guys
rhythm.
if you guys do want to watch some of our old episodes and all of our new episodes, you can check us out on our website actually at jackedup.com. I'm pretty sure it's just jackedup.com, not Jacked Up Sports.
Yeah, it's jackedup.com.
Jackedup.com. Look at our website. There's a bunch of stuff out on there
Joe's
that's
pointing
super
at the
cool.
QR code.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the QR
man,
code
if
on
you
the screen.
watch the
So if you
video-
watch the videos, there's a QR code. It'll take you to the website.
The
You can also
website.
watch them on YouTube and
That's it.
no, you can watch them on Amazon Prime and stuff.
Oh,
You
well,
can
you can
listen to
listen
them.
to them. You can
just
listen
got
to them
added
on it.
to iHeartRadio.
Yeah, we're actually on the iHeartRadio's like top
Yeah.
new
Well,
podcast or
we're
something
on
like
their
that.
list now. Oh,
Yeah,
something
we
like
up. We big ups. We big ups. We making money moves.
The worst it'll ever get.
And we're gonna have a couple live shows coming up as well. We're getting that figured out. I know.
live shows.
Yeah, I know. We're making a trip here in a couple weeks, Joe. We're
Yeah,
making a
we
trip out
are.
there in a couple weeks.
Super excited for that one. I think that's gonna be super fun.
It's gonna be a little chilly. But
Lucha.
It'll be fun.
for the
but it'll be
Arizona boys.
fun.
Be a fun trip. I will sadly not be there. I'm getting married soon. I got some wedding stuff going on, so
Yeah, he's adulting.
I got other stuff that if I missed, my future wife would probably murder me. So we're gonna keep me alive so I can continue to do this instead of going on the trip.
Yep.
So
And we actually might be doing a couple other ones. We're gonna be doing like basketball stuff, so you can definitely watch new funner videos of us just doing some random things. I know we were talked about maybe doing a couple game shows as well. That should be fun. Just,
like
you know,
game shows.
putting out a couple fun episodes. You know, I'm excited for that stuff. That's the stuff that gets me going. It's what gets me jacked up, man. It gets me going. It gets
know
my
what-
blood boiling.
you know what they have over at Wild Horse is you can rent a game show. That would be a fun
What?
video.
Really?
Yeah, you
That
can
would be
rent a
kinda
game
neat.
show room, and they have like a host and a producer.
Really?
Yeah,
you
that
could
would be
sick.
kind of cool.
That'd
We
be
a
should
sick.
do that.
fun.
We
That'd
should
be
do
sick.
something like that for our birthday or something.
We can't do that for our
Not
birthday
this
because
year,
we'll
not
be at
this
the
year,
draft
but-
for
or
our
maybe
birthday.
not like on the day, but
Yeah.
after.
Yeah,
something like that.
absolutely. Then we still need to be doing a golfing video. You know,
We do.
Kian
need
needs to get his
the
golf clubs out here.
I'm golfing on my birthday.
Yeah, that does sound like a fun.
That does sound like a fun
activity.
time.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
not
be
very
golfing.
good.
I'll be golfing within a week of our
Yeah.
birthday.
Go shoot like 100 balls and, take a video of how straight they don't
See,
go.
It may not look like it.
Well, not even straight. Getting off the ground is the struggle.
See, I'm an athlete, right? I am an athlete. Don't get it twisted. I am a pure athlete. But you put an extension of my arms in my hand, that's where you lose me. Tennis, ping pong, golf, doesn't matter. Pickleball, I'm all right at. But you put something extension of my hand, any sports, baseball, nothing.
Yeah.
Completely goes by my head. You tell me to catch something, I'll catch some, bitch. You tell me to shoot a ball in a hoop, I'll shoot it from 30 feet out and I'll make it.
Well, it's golf, dude. It's a ball sitting on the ground perfectly still. How could you not be good at it? No, I'm kidding. I suck at golf too.
Thanks. You put an extension of my arms and it's just never becomes my arms. It's hard for me. That's where you lose me.
It's a fun game. I like golf. I
What about
don't. I actually
badminton?
really hate it.
I can do badminton. It moves slow enough.
I could rock pad. We need to do pickleball too. That would be another fun.
Yeah,
we
Sand
gotta go to pickle.
volleyball.
Wait, what
I
was
was gonna
that?
say,
The
Pickle
electric
Kingdom.
pickle.
Pickle
electric
Kingdom or
pickle.
something
Pickle
like
Kingdom.
that.
What
Yeah.
about
Pickle
the
Kingdom.
electric pickle?
I don't know what that
Is that-
is.
That's a
There's the
pickleball
one
court and
by-
restaurant.
Yeah, there's one by Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool. We gotta go rock that sometime.
Yeah, I love pickleball. I'm pretty decent
Pickleball's
at it.
fun. We should
Yeah, I
go
used to be pretty
disc
good at
golfing
pickleball.
too. Yeah.
I'm bad at frisbee, man. I'm
I love
bad at frisbee.
Oh,
Frisbee,
ultimate
bro.
frisbee is my
Super sick.
shit. I love ultimate frisbee, dude.
I know you do.
I love ultimate frisbee.
Kids-
That's so much fun.
Kids loved ultimate frisbee since we were just a little kid, dude. Since we were
It's so
little
much.
kid.
It's football, but with the frisbee. Like, what is there not
Yeah.
to like? It's fun.
I've taught quite a few ultimate frisbee units in my day, so I think it's
It's a
super
good
fun.
time. Ultimate frisbee. If you guys haven't played ultimate frisbee in your life,
Click.
get out and play at least one game of ultimate frisbee. It is
It's
so
a
much
great
fun.
game. It really is.
I recommend everyone tries ultimate frisbee, basketball, and sand volleyball.
Sand volleyball is
a
the shit.
great one.
Sand volleyball is the shit. Me and Kian used to be good at sand volleyball, baby.
I'm still good.
We were. Am I not, bro?
no,
Come
you
on.
said used to be.
Well,
I'm
we
still
don't
that guy.
play. We don't play anymore. We were on an intramural team, and it was just basically me and you that would win us the games. It was.
I love volleyball. I love sand volleyball. It's so much fun.
Super fun.
Me and Kian had a connection, bro.
Connection.
Ow. Sorry, Mike.
I was the setter.
Sorry, viewers.
I was a setter. Shout out my sister for making me practice volleyball when I was a kid. Because I didn't have friends that lived in the country, man. I just was out there with my sister playing volleyball.
I like volleyball.
Just to
Volleyball's a
convince
good
her to
one.
throw the football to me like 5 times when we were done.
I was on our 8th grade boys volleyball team, and it was actually pretty
I
fun.
wish
didn't
my
know
school,
that.
I
Yeah.
wish my
It
school
was
offered
pretty
boys
fun.
volleyball. I would have played that so hard,
It
dude.
was pretty fun, dude. I
Volleyball
must
is a
admit.
lit sport. It's
great.
fun.
What was that? What's the volleyball game, but you play it with a yoga ball?
With the yoga ball.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not a real like
Have
sport.
you
I know
guys-
it's not. We played it in PE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys
dude.
ever played sitting volleyball? Like seated volleyball? It's an adapted version of volleyball for like
You ever-
like Special Olympics. It's actually really fun. You can't move the bottom half of your body at all, but like you still get pretty heated. It's a low net, and you're just
Like
sitting on the floor.
like snaps when you play die on your knee?
Yeah, but it's with the volleyball, and it actually gets heated, man. People, because like you could hit the ball, and it's still coming at you pretty fast.
You know? You probably get a
fun
lot
game.
more headshots.
You ever played
Oh,
bubble
yeah.
soccer?
Bubble
Bubble
soccer.
Yes,
soccer's
bubble
amazing.
soccer's the
What's bubble
best.
soccer?
It's where you wear
It's
the
where you're in the
big
big
bubble.
hamster ball and you run into people. Oh, dude, that game's fun.
That does sound
Bubble
pretty
soccer
fun.
is sick.
About that indoor soccer was always pretty fun too. 'cause
I'm
you
not
can-
a soccer,
I'm not a soccer
not a
guy.
soccer
Oh,
guy.
See, we always check. You guys are talking about bubble soccer, then you immediately go to soccer. That's
It's two
crazy.
completely
First
Oh,
off.
different
no.
games.
Bubble
That's two
soccer,
completely
you're in a
different
big
games.
hamster ball and you just run into people. It's
I feel
great.
like you're also offending a lot of our international viewers saying
It's
soccer's
not.
not a
It's
good
not my
sport.
fault that I didn't play soccer. I'm white.
Our sc-
Sorry, football,
I'm from
football
Iowa,
everywhere
and
but
I am
the US.
pasty. What do you want me to do?
we didn't even have soccer at my high school, bro.
Really?
That's not my fault.
We had soccer, but I was never gonna do it.
Yeah, we didn't have.
By that
soccer.
time, it was too
I
late.
wasn't very good at it. I
I played
played
goal.
it
Your
like
little legs were
2
around.
times. I played it like 2 times, I think. Yeah. And no, wait. Yeah, something like that.
You
Not very
lose me
good
at
at it.
soccer. You lose me at soccer. I respect the sport. It's just not for me.
Dude.
Like track with a ball doesn't sound that fun.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched a lot of soccer my freshman year of college. A
really like
lot
the
of
World
soccer my
Cup.
freshman year of college.
World Cup is exciting, and like so was the whatever cups they were doing a
They
year
do
ago
so
during the summer.
many, dude.
Yeah,
I
they were
don't
doing something
know.
where they had games going in
Like
South
the World
America,
Cup?
games going in Europe. Yeah, but it was like the World Cup, but it was broken up into your like region, where like your
Yeah.
continent. They were doing the European teams in Europe and like I don't know the South
That's
American
probably
team
a
in South
thing that
America.
yeah,
It was exciting. I was watching it in Texas. I remember. I was at a Rangers game. It was sick.
I don't know. Soccer, you get me at Ted Lasso, you lose me at the real thing. You bring me back with FIFA, but then you lose me again when I found out FIFA is an actual league and not just a video game. So, did you know that?
What?
Yeah.
FIFA isn't a video game, it's the sports that's a soccer league.
Yeah.
Really?
You
See, he didn't
you
know. He didn't
that?
know. I found out like 2 years ago. I was like, oh
Really?
damn.
Pretty sure it's an acronym for something. Let me look
Federal
that up.
International Football Association.
Yeah, I think that might be it. Actually.
That's no way that's it. It's
Not
not federal.
Oh, no, the Federation,
Federation,
of
yeah.
International, Federation International Football Association. I don't know.
Oh,
It's in
pretty
Spanish. But yeah,
Federal Nacional Football.
that's crazy.
Yeah, football.
Do you know actually why in movies where they do like crime over like a sports game in football and there's always very distracted? It's because it's a running clock. There's never a timeout or anything. Did you know
Yeah,
that?
it's a running clock.
Yeah,
that's
no,
why
it's
they
all-
have
yeah.
extra
That's
minutes
why-
at
that's
the
why
end of the
soccer
game.
they
ga-
add
soccer
extra
games-
time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's why soccer games are like the easiest to like do crime during a game, like a sporting event. Because like a football game, you have like 6-second play, and then like a security guard can look back up at the screen because the play's
What do
over.
you mean crime?
Dude,
Are
I
you
started
talking
thinking.
about, like,
I
people coming on
started.
the field?
No, I started
Or are
thinking
you
about it when we
talking
watched
about
Den of Thieves 2.
externally?
I was thinking about it when we were watching Den of Thieves 2. I'm like,
That's
holy shit!
crazy.
It makes so much more sense if you wanted to get away with a crime, do it during a soccer game if they're watching. I'm
Sure,
so
man.
serious.
Sure.
I'm not condoning crime. I'm just pointing that out there. But
I feel like
If
if
you're
I was
gonna-
gonna do crime, I just wouldn't do it during a sporting
if
event.
you're gonna do it, I'd do it during a
You just
soccer
wouldn't
game.
Do it.
Like if I was gonna do crime, I'd just dark alley. I don't know why I'd do it at a sporting event.
Not at a sporting
think we
event.
should
Like
be
if
doing
the
it.
You just
security-
said at a
all.
soccer game.
No, if the security guards are watching a soccer game.
What, you think the whole police force is out watching soccer? Like, what are we talking
If
about?
you watch Den of Thieves 2, if you watch
sorry,
Den
it's
of
too
Thieves
funny.
2,
And we're
This is
basing
too funny.
reality on a
This is too
movie?
funny.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. If we're basing reality on a movie,
Airbud's the best basketball player to ever
am I
play.
gonna go see Jack Black in the Minecraft portal? What are we doing
Oh,
here?
dude,
Yeah,
I've
man.
heard so much about that movie, dude.
But, like, you can't say it's a kid's movie. I mean, whatever with the bad acting, but it's a kid's movie.
Did
You
you
gotta remember
watch
that
it?
going into it. No,
Can you say that the new
A lot
Snow
of
White is
react
probably a
about it.
bad movie?
I've heard it was a bad movie. I heard
It's
it was like
also
one
a
of the,
kids movie.
Yeah, but I heard it was. I
Yeah,
don't know,
but Joe,
box
we-
office lowest selling or something. I know
Joe,
Snow White revived the Disney
We
franchise.
we
back, like,
watched Mufasa.
30s,
That's a
40s.
children's
Mufasa's
movie,
a
and
good
that was
movie. That was a
amazing.
good movie. Yeah,
I
that
heard
was
it
a good
wasn't
movie.
that good.
It was so
I
good.
thought it was.
Did you guys rewatch it?
No.
Yeah, we're going. It's finally out on Disney Plus.
But yes, we walked out of it. I'm like, Joe, what'd you think of the movie? He's like, I liked it. I'm like, I freaking loved it.
Dude, yeah, I went through.
And Joe's like,
whirlwind
okay,
of
yeah, me too, me
emotions.
too.
Yeah. I went through a whirlwind of emotions watching that. So much more added up from The Lion King 2 after that. Like, so many things made more sense. And yeah, I don't know. At first, I was thinking they were going to have a hard time making Scar look like a bad guy because he seemed like such a good character at the beginning of it. But over time, kind of started a little bit understand where he's coming from. But, you know,
You got a
Still
little
made a little-
dramatic.
a little dramatic, a little bit, not going to lie.
Just
But I mean, we didn't understand the lifetime that he went through. That's the problem. I mean, we only saw 2 hours of it. He lived an entire lifetime of it. So we got to keep that in perspective too.
Yeah, but it's a lion's lifetime. It's not that many more years.
Lions live for a long time.
Do they?
Yeah.
I thought they only lived to
lion-
like 30.
That's a long time.
if that.
Oh, 15 to 16 years for female adults, 8
Never
to
mind.
10 for
Never
males.
mind. Wait, 8 to 10 for males?
Yeah. That's still quite a long time, I
Yeah,
feel
but-
like.
How old is he in Lion King? Like, they were still pretty young.
No, not Lion King. They had to be in their upper ages. Like, they had to
Like
be at
their
least
upper
8 or
nines?
9. Yeah, they're upper nines, exactly.
No, because they weren't like old. Like, I feel like Mufasa was like pretty much still in his late prime.
Yeah, he was definitely late prime, but his late prime's probably getting close to the end. Maybe his mid eights.
Yeah,
His
and Mufasa, he's probably like 4.
Yeah. Yo, you mean
I ain't
Simba?
seen the movie. I don't know what we're talking. I thought this was a sports show. I don't know why we're
I'm
debating
sorry, yeah,
Mufasa.
yeah.
A little bit of a tangent there.
I get jacked up about it, man.
You get
Come
jacked
on.
up
What
about
do you want from
Mufasa.
me?
I don't. We devolved from soccer into crime and now to Mufasa. It's a good arc right there. As you can see, we script this 100% every word.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
all
we don't just
pre-planned.
go. Yeah.
Well, we got jacked up about all the sports, and there was only one game that happened tonight, dude.
Yeah.
And it was the most important game of the year. We put all our energy towards that, and we don't want to go all analytical on them.
You know what that gives us time for now, though? The UFL. Gonna get into that.
I will not be getting into the UFL.
No, I don't mean like talking about it right now. I mean starting
Yeah.
to watch.
No, I mean I'm not gonna watch it
Why?
Why?
because all of my time will be focused on Australian horseback riding.
Australian horseback ride.
We're reaching a whole new demographic.
No, you know what I want to
You
start
gotta
getting
start
into?
watching surfing.
I want to start watching ping pong, dude. They play ping pong
Table tennis.
24/7. Anytime you want a sports bet and you don't have
Same thing
anything to
with
bet on,
surfing.
they got ping pong going on.
I'm
Same
getting
thing
really
with
into golf.
I know.
Golf is great. The Masters is coming up this next
Min Woo
weekend.
Lee, baby!
Yeah.
Min Woo Lee! If you didn't know, the Australian is on a heater right now. He just won the Texas Players Child Open, something like that. I don't know anything
Austrasian
about golf yet.
persuasion.
I'm still learning, but I love this kid. He's 26 years old. Dog. Absolutely hilarious. My favorite golfer by far.
Absolutely.
He reminds me of a Asian, much more well-mannered, doesn't smoke cigarettes, John Daly. Just the vibe.
Is that the only other golfer you know?
No, he knows it.
I could name at least 10 or 8 golfers.
I could name
All right, hold on.
that. Not actually doing that.
You got a minute. How many can you name,
I could probably do at least 6.
Joe?
I could do 7.
I could probably do 8.
I could do 9.
I don't think I could do 10.
All right. All-time golfers.
Wait. Let me get a timer on.
Oh, I could definitely name. I was
Name
thinking
10?
about it.
10?
Go ahead. Take it. Take 10.
I don't want to now. I'm on the
You
clock.
have to. Ready?
All right, ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Min Woo Lee, Tiger Woods, Charlie Woods. That's his kid. That's his kid.
He's
That's
not
his
on the
kid.
tour
I know.
That
yet.
counts.
He's-
That counts. John Daly, Golden Bear. You know who I'm talking about.
Golden Bear.
You know who I'm talking. He's the greatest golfer of all time.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Man.
Phil Mickelson, Bryson DeChambeau.
Halfway.
Patrick Seamus, Patrick Cantley,
He's picking all
Kim
the people
Loo
he played
Sun?
against.
Kim Woo Sun, I think his name is. Im Sung, I am Sung, that's his name. Or Sung Im, that's 11.
Fair
Boom.
enough. 50
Not
seconds.
sure. Got all those right.
They were all right.
Golden Bear.
Are you talking about Jack Nicklaus?
Yeah, it's his nickname is Golden Bear.
Is it?
Golden Bear?
I'm almost positive. I could be completely mistaken.
You forgot about
Arnold Palmer
Happy
is one of
Gilmore.
them.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, okay,
Shooter
Happy Gilmore,
McGavin.
Shooter McGavin.
Is that not his nickname? Golden Bear?
Oh, it is the Golden Bear. Okay,
I
you're
told
right,
you. I
you're
know my
right.
goal. I'm learning.
Did they say
Seamus
that?
Powers,
Did they say that
Seamus
in the
Powers.
PGA game?
Seamus Powers.
Was Golden Bear in the PGA
Yeah,
game?
Seamus Power.
No.
Seamus Powers. Patrick Cantley.
Yeah, he's a golfer.
Sung Im.
I don't think you got that. In Song guy or something like that.
Yeah, Sung Im.
Okay.
That's his last name. Minwoo
Close
Lee.
enough.
We know Minwoo Lee. Tiger Woods, Charlie Woods,
Is
John
Charlie
Daly.
Woods considered
Charlie
a
Woods is-
professional golfer?
No,
He was just
he's
playing in a
not.
tournament the other week.
Yeah, in like a father-son tournament
Hey,
or like a
You said-
juniors tournament,
you
not
said
a PGA
golfers. You
tournament.
said golfers.
Okay,
right?
fair enough. Fair enough.
What about John Daly's kid who plays for Arkansas? What about that?
He's a college golfer.
He'll be pro one day.
I think he's not yet.
But
What-
anyways, I
wait,
got that. I
what's-
named 11 anyway.
What's the one guy that just shows up that like didn't play professional golf for the longest time and just won something a couple years ago?
Oh, you're talking about the guy that hit a hole in one.
Well,
Jordan
I
Spieth?
No, not
Jordan
Jordan. I mean,
Spieth,
he is a golfer, but you're talking about
I
the
got
guy
10.
who's a golf pro in like California, and then he got a hole in one, and then he ended up making it to Sunday. I forgot his name.
yeah, and he was
but,
just
yeah,
like
I
a
do
normal
remember who you're
guy.
talking
He's
about,
just a normal
And
guy.
everyone went hype when he made the hole in
Yeah.
one. Yeah. I remember that. I just can't remember the guy's name. That's too bad, but such is life.
And I watched almost the entire Genesis Invitational. I just want to put that out there.
When's the Masters?
It's
This
this
weekend.
weekend.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
but Augusta got trashed.
Did it?
Yeah, a
with
storm rolled in.
weather? I knew Kentucky was getting like hit
Tennessee, yeah, it was
super
getting-
hard.
Nashville got messed up too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Augusta
Really?
got trashed from a storm.
Yeah, tornadoes are
know.
hitting that area real bad.
I don't
That's too
know how
bad.
that's gonna play with the Masters or if it's gonna delay it at all, but I'm pretty sure it's on this weekend.
That's crazy.
I think
Okay.
it probably starts like Thursday.
So now we have something to talk
April
about.
10th.
April
April
10th.
10th. So, yep, Thursday.
Thursday.
Nice.
I know my golf kinda.
Kinda.
A little bit.
20 mil purse.
Yeah.
For that tournament. It's
Golfers
crazy.
make money. It'd be a nice life to just be a professional golfer if I was
It'd
good.
be really hard though. There's a lot of
That's why I
like
said if I was
golfers.
good. I was good.
Dude, let me be a caddy. Let me just teach.
Nah, dude, if I was like an upper tier
Caddy would be
golfer,
fun.
like
Caddying would be
top
fun.
15, I'd be playing in all the low level tournaments that pay out like
And
100K.
just
That
cleaning
none
up.
of the and that none of the pro like the upper tier pros play in.
Clean up
qualify
on
for the
the
bigger
Korn
tournament.
Ferry
Yeah, and just
Tour.
go win all of them by like 12 strokes and just collect 100K a weekend type thing.
What is that? The Corn Ferry Tour? Just go
Yeah,
clean
like
that up.
just the Corn Ferry and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, just keep cleaning up. Pretty sure the
Fun.
Corn Ferry is a amateur tour.
It's no Corn Ferry is like right below PGA. I think.
But that-
Look that up.
Yeah, I know. I think you have to.
You have to qualify to be there.
Yeah, I think, and then if you qualify in the Corn Ferry, then that allows you to go up
It's-
to some of the PGA tournaments.
Yeah, the Corn Ferry is the developmental tour for the
Yeah.
U.S.-based PGA Tour and features
Mhm.
professional golfers who have either not yet reached the PGA Tour or who have done so, but failed to win enough FedEx Cup points to stay at that level.
I didn't know you could get kicked out of the PGA for not performing.
Yeah, well, it's all about
Mhm.
placements.
It's like a relegation system, kind of like soccer.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You can get knocked down a level. But
How do you need?
I know golf ball.
You know a little bit of golf.
Oh,
I know a little bit. I'm trying to learn more. I love golf. It's fun.
And the Stanley Cup's coming up too, no?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you anything
Is-
about that.
coming up, dude. I'm looking forward to the stars in the Stanley Cup this year.
How can you like 5 different hockey teams? How does
I
that
like
work?
He likes two.
hockey teams. I like two.
How can you even like 2? I just feel like that's disingenuous.
Well,
If they
it's
play, who do you
circumstantial,
root
it's
for?
Environmental. I mean the Bruins. Obviously.
So then you're not a Stars fan.
I
You're a
root for the
Stars
Stars.
bandwagon.
No, I just
Okay,
root for the
Mr.
Stars.
BYU.
Yeah,
At least I'm open about it.
I just root for the Stars because I've been to more of their games than I've been to Bruins games. But I grew up a
That's
Bruins
fair.
fan.
That's fair. But I
So
don't think
I've
that
seen
makes
the
you a
Stars in person
fan.
more, and I've gone to their games more consistently because I go visit my family who lives there.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not taking that
okay.
away from you. I'm just.
You know,
saying
I mean, like I'd be an Iowa Barnstormers fan if I was from Iowa.
I am an Iowa Barnstormers fan.
Uh huh.
I have
yeah.
season tickets. I do. I have front row
Yeah.
season tickets. I just never get to go because I don't live there.
We
Too bad.
need a professional team in Iowa. We just do.
I think a professional team, a professional football team, would perform so well in Iowa. I think their stadium would be sold out every single week.
The Iowa Blackhawks.
I think we can't do that because
I don't
the
think you
Chicago
could do
ones.
that. Yeah.
Chicago
Well, I mean, they
Blackhawks.
have teams that share names, I guess,
Yeah.
across
Yeah.
different sports.
The Cardinals.
The Jets, the Panthers, the
What are we talking about?
The Alabama
What are we
Tigers,
talking
right?
about? What are we talking about here, guys? Come on.
That's a very specific one, though. Like, Panthers is very broad. Blackhawks is
Rangers.
very specific. And I know why you said that name.
the Devils.
That was always my.
We've always
yeah,
had
I
it.
know.
Every single team we've ever made
It was-
in Iowa has been the Iowa Blackhawks, and we've made
It would be the Iowa Corn Shuckers.
no, because then it'd be like the
Yeah.
Cornhuskers, and I couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's fair. I would still be a Vikings fan.
No, you wouldn't.
I think I would. I think I would. Well,
What-
I would be able to move allegiances because they're winning the Super Bowl this year. So
You know, I was actually born in Nebraska.
I was too.
I know.
Omaha.
Yeah. Me and
Omaha.
Kian aren't even true Iowans. You know how sad that is.
True
Definitely
Iowans,
How
are.
that's
sad that is.
Definitely are.
I was born in the Midwest.
Yeah, Missouri.
Missouri.
You got the
Missouri.
sweatshirt on and everything.
Go Tigers.
My uncle probably made that logo.
Really?
Yeah.
He did graphic design for the University of Missouri for like 10 years.
I didn't
Cool,
even know
actually.
that.
That's pretty cool.
Now he does commercials for a major dog food company, but he
What
won't
the
tell me which one.
Who?
I don't know. He won't tell
No,
me which
which
one.
uncle?
My uncle on my mom's side?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I know. Pretty interesting, right?
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
bro.
I see him like once every 6 years.
Does he bring you dog food?
I don't know. I should probably ask him for a hookup. The way my dogs eat.
Your dogs
Yeah,
don't even
your
eat
dogs
dog
eat-
food.
Your dogs eat better than I eat, dude.
Dude,
Straight up.
I don't know why you're coming at me
Straight
like this was
up.
my decision. I think it's the dumbest thing ever.
I can't even say that one.
Like, I
They
think
have
it's the
better-
stupidest
they
thing ever.
They have better benefits than I do too. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, my dogs have full health insurance. Just a fun
Do
fact.
they actually?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, my dogs have full health insurance.
I don't even have health
Dude.
insurance.
Isn't that funny? My dogs have full health insurance.
It's
Your
pretty
dogs have
rad.
full-
Pretty rad.
But you can't take them to a groomer. Is crazy.
Oh no, we're gonna start taking them to groomers again.
You're tired of cutting his hair already?
Yeah. That and he has a bunch of ear hair that I need to get out. I don't-
Super exciting sports talk show we got.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
we
really
went off the
devolved.
track.
It's really devolved. See,
I think
we
we can
always
call
said-
it at an hour 15,
Oh,
actually.
we can. I mean, we always say the last, 10, 15, 30 minutes
Sure.
is, just more hanging out.
Hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of talking, recapping.
I know I want to start doing some of those funner videos coming up here. Those are going to get me riled up.
Jacked
Might even
up,
say jacked
some would
up. Yeah,
say.
there you go.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some would.
same
Some would.
wavelength there. Yeah, some would.
We should play Wavelength at some point. That's a good one.
Wavelength, yeah, that is a
That's a
fun
good one.
But we would like to thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a good episode. We're just hanging out. It's kind of a weird world in sports because not much is going on. Finals will start soon. That'll give us something to talk about.
And
So-
March Madness was insane. It was fun. I'm happy we got to watch it. I'm happy that it wasn't at least boring and a complete blowout like the Super Bowl was.
Yeah, that was the rough.
March Madness was
game.
fun from the start to the finish, from the round of 64 to the finals.
Yeah.
I
So,
enjoyed it. I think I watched the most of it probably.
Yeah. It's a good time. March Madness is madness.
and it's awesome. And this show's awesome, and I love it. And I love you guys. So thank you for watching. And can't wait till next episode. Go check us out. Jacked Up Sports.
See you next week.
See you next week.